Hello, and welcome to the second episode of CFC or Cuckoo for Content new show called We Need to Talk. Today, it's only me and Nishta, but we have four other people joining us, and we need to talk. We need to talk about Instagram content today. And hence, we have four Instagram creators, all of them operating in their own different genres, and they'll be sharing their journey, sharing their anecdotes about how they have become the creators, how why they have become creators, what is it that they have experienced so far. And so yeah, that will be all about today's episode. Yes, Nishta will be introducing them. Nishta, over to you.
Hi everyone. So first up we have with us Simran, aka a bemused poet. Her content on Instagram is relatable, thought-provoking, and every bit of creative. Hi Simran.
Hi.
Hi. Next up we have with us Prithvi, who makes amazing wines and reels, and he's also an aspiring filmmaker. Hi Prithvi.
Hi guys, hello.
Next up we have Tanya, who is a food blogger in Cuttack, showcasing the best of mini blogs with her delicacies and her favorite chai and dahi bara. She's also an amazing singer. Hi, Tanya.
Hi.
We have with us Divyanshi, who is a big-time K-drama fan and is a lifestyle blogger, along with being a fabulous actress. Hi, everyone.
Hi, that was such a nice introduction. Thank you.
Welcome to the show,
Uh,
guys.
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
So I think we should get started. I'd throw open the discussion open. Uh, so I'd like to know that, how is it that you started creating content on Instagram? What is it that motivated you to do it and motivated you to continue doing it? Like, how has the journey been for you? Please let us know. I think, Tanya, we can start with you.
Okay. So I started off as a food blogger 4 years ago, and I started it like I was an anonymous blogger back then on Instagram, and I used to upload about all the delicacies of Cuttack and Odisha. And back then, I was keeping my identity, hidden thing because I didn't want it to make myself famous. I wanted to make Cuttack famous back then. So like after 8 months or something, my page got a booster thingy, and there were like newspaper articles on me, and my face was revealed, and people were shocked that it's a girl behind it, and everything happened. And that is where I started, showing my face on my blogs and everything. So like it's been 4 years. I started uploading about small businesses and local businesses, and I think people love my blogs and also my writing sometimes. I have now switched to mini blogs as I have shifted to Pune. So people are loving it. There are content that reach 400K. There are content that reach 10K hardly. So it's a fun ride going on right now. Yeah.
Lovely. Yes, Prithvi?
Yeah, hi guys. So I think I started making creating funny content on Instagram when I was back in my degree. I think this was 4 to 5 years ago. I was back in my degree and I was in my second year, if I can recall. And I started making YouTube videos first, and I used to promote I used to promote those videos on my Instagram because I had a lot of following on Instagram already. And it was going well. It was doing really good, and by the time that I got into my third year, I landed a job, and then I had to be like, okay, I think I had to, forget all of this. I think this is a dream. This is like not real. It's not gonna happen. I mean, it's not gonna go anywhere. I think I need to focus on my career. So I was working for 2 years in a travel operating agency. I used to do sales. I used to sell holiday packages to normal, Indian families. Uh, and then the pandemic hit, and my job was it was actually like I was about to get fired, but I didn't. But I had to get out of that industry at the same time. So in that process, when I was home, when I was like, we were all locked, it was lockdown and we were quarantining. I I thought of getting back to what I was doing before. So I started making, these short form videos on Instagram, and then it picked up to me making reels, and then reels was a really amazing change that happened on Instagram, and like it gave a lot of people a lot of coverage and like a lot of opportunity to grow. And right now I'm here doing funny content, but at the same time balancing my college life, and that is kind of hindering my productivity in when it comes to putting out content regularly out there. So that's where I'm at, and that's my story. Thank you.
All right. So we can say that reels and the lockdown like pushed it for you, like doing it full time.
Yes.
Whenever you get the time.
Yes.
Simran, would you like to talk about your journey?
Yeah, so I basically started writing in around like sixth or seventh, but at that time social media was a very alien concept, and it was just like it's like a shock maybe, and I was just discovering this thing that I can actually write because I had never thought of this actually. So it happened very randomly on a random day that our school was hosting a poetry writing competition, and I decided to write and I decided to participate in it, and I came out with a very good poem, and it was a sudden realization for me that I can write. But then when I went into my undergraduation, I thought that maybe Instagram can be a platform where I can put up my work, because before that I was like, maybe I can just write for myself, but it's not really worth putting it out there. But then I thought, I saw people growing on Instagram. I saw people actually getting good response on social media when they put out their art and when they put out whatever they practice usually. So I started my blog on Instagram, and firstly it was like very anonymous kind of a thingy for me. I was like, I won't reveal my name and my pictures or anything like that, because it was a very new social media kind of a phase, and it was like you don't have to reveal your pictures and everything on a phase. And then I started writing. But eventually, when I got a very good response and people actually started interacting with my content, I started revealing who I am as a person. And then it eventually grew. And then I suddenly one day received a message from the Scribble Stories that we love your content and we would like to have you in our team. And then I worked with like uh, very great writers, I would say, like the best ones on Instagram. And TTT, I would read also TTT's platform, and it was like a very great kind of an exposure for me, because it was a big platform. It was reaching to millions of people, and when you write for millions of people, you get a very different kind of a perspective, because the founders would tell us that this content is to be read by millions of people. You can't just write it for your own self. You have to write it for them. So you get how audience perceives the content at the end of the day. So it was something I learned a lot, I would say, and my curve was very learning extensive there. And I personally grew as a creator, as a writer. And then eventually MBA happened. My perspective actually expanded because of that. I broadened my horizon after that, and I started exploring with new kinds of content. That it was topical, it was reels and everything, and even social media changed eventually a lot, so you had to experiment, otherwise your content just goes out of the style and all. So it has been a very great journey for me. Like I do understand that my content is more reading oriented, like literature oriented, so not a lot of people get attracted very soon. Like it takes a lot of time and a gradual curve for people to get attracted to your content, because when it comes to consuming funny content or reels or memes, youth inclines towards it more. But I am like very patient in that sense, because I understand that not everyone is into poetry or reading and everything. But yeah, it happened, and it has been a great journey so far.
Yeah, I mean, I also see the topical content that you share. I mean, it is retweeted, it is posted again by big pages and brands. So it is every bit of relatable. So thank you so much, Divyanshi. Please talk about your journey.
Yes, so when I started my Instagram, it was when I was in 11th standard, about 6 5 6 years ago.
And my motive was not to create content. I just started an Instagram page because all of my friends were on Instagram, and I started just posting me. I was the content of my page. So it was just me, whatever I was doing, I was just posting that. I never made a private account. It was always public. I never thought that whatever I'm doing in my life is too private to not tell everyone. Whoever wants to follow can follow. And then I started posting dance videos. They were like 15 seconds or 30 seconds dance videos. And one video got like 5,000 views. I had 300 followers. I was like, what is happening? And then I was like, this is something I can do. And it was something that I was enjoying. To be very honest, I was enjoying the attention that I was getting on social media. So I started doing more dance videos and everything. And it was very chill. At that point of time, also, my motive was not to gain followers. It was just to have fun and chill along with my studies. And by the time I reached my graduation, I had 4,000, 5,000 followers. And then after my graduation, I was doing theaters along with my graduation. So it was 8 hours of college and then 8 hours of theaters. So I did not have time to make content. So my page started declining. And then it did not even matter. Then I started into camera acting. I was always into performing since my childhood. I got into camera acting, and then COVID hit. And it was a very dark phase of my life and whatever. So I wanted to distract myself. Along with my acting, I started painting. First, I started painting on paper and everything. Then I came across face paint. Then I started exploring Pinterest and other makeup artists on Instagram. And I was like, this is something I can do. If I can paint on a sheet, I can paint on my face. That's when I again started doing face painting and everything. And that's when I thought, no, content creation is something that I can do. And within like 3 or 4 months, I gained 1,500 more followers on my Instagram. And then I came to SIMC. And then again, I stopped making content. My base started declining again. And now that we have a content marketing assignment for content creation, I have a new page. So that's been my journey.
Perfect. I think when you said that, there was some dance video, that shot up your number of followers. So I was going to ask that next, that, I mean, it is open for all of you, that, it has happened with me, that there was this one reel that shot up. Like it was after posting it after 1.5 weeks that I noticed that it crossed 100K views. I mean, I did not expect it to gain these many views, right? And then followers also do come to your page and stuff like that. So do you remember any piece of content that, it performed very well, much better than your expectations? So how does that work out for you?
So whenever this has happened to me, it has happened on the content I've put least effort in. And it was very random. The first video that got 50,000 views was a random dance video that I just shot. I was going out, I got ready, I just shot a video and I posted it. In 3-4 days, I'm seeing like it's shooting, like people are watching that video continuously. And that again happened for a edit that I did. I'm also in video editing and everything, and that is also me. And it was a random edit of my past content. I just combined all of it and posted it, and again in one day it got 11,000 views. It's the algorithm, I feel, is very messed up. It sometimes happens only for the content that is trending on Instagram. Maybe your content is way better than what is trending, but the views will be only for the things that are trending, and it could be shitty, but you'll get views.
It almost always is. In each of our case, it almost always is way better than
I
what
mean,
is
some
trending.
of those videos I don't like myself. It's cringe to me, but it has more views. That's why it's on my page.
We talked about a little bit about the algorithm and how messed up it is. Messed up is the perfect word. I was going to ask a dedicated question on do you understand algorithm, but almost all of us don't. How it works, maybe Instagram also doesn't understand it. It's just AI now. Yeah, Prithvi, I'll come to you, but again, I have a question which is very much more towards Tanya and Prithvi. Both of you, especially after the introduction of Reels on Instagram, Prithvi deals in content which is mainly Reels now. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, please. And Tanya, after you have started with mini vlogs, shifted or your focus to mini vlogs, that is also mainly Reels. So then, do you think, did you adapt your content according to Reels, or it came naturally to you, or you decided कि अब Reels ज़्यादा बढ़ रही है?
So I think when Reels started and everyone started uploading Reels on the very day and everyone had content, and I was like going through all the contents and I was like, okay, this is something new and people do get reach out of like I have seen people uploading Reel on the day one, day two, and they have reached like 2 million views and everything because Reels were less back then and people were going through all the reels. And then there is where I decided to upload a reel. And I really like the concept because it's like short and brief. And then I took it as a task. Like if I'm promoting a certain brand of my hometown or anything, I'll keep it 15 seconds. I'll try to give maximum information, and people don't have to waste their time on my content. They get the information, they'll go to another reel. So I started adopting the entire thing and I really liked it. I enjoy doing reels. Next, Prithvi can explain better, I guess. Yeah.
So actually, I actually hated the fact that reel was a concept and I was not a big admirer of something called the TikTok or the TikTok version of Instagram. And I used to find content on TikTok or content of reel in the beginning very cringe. I kind of like promised myself, which I broke later, that I'm not going to be making reels in my life. So my format of making videos, making content was uh, more than a minute. Basically, I used to make my content which had a lot of substance. So I was very laid back, and I regret it now. I think I should have started off making or adapting to reels in the beginning, because I only started adapting to reels after a year. After a year, reels had been introduced. A year, yeah, and it was, and everyone had been telling me like, dude, reel is the next big thing. I think you should start adapting to reels because it has a lot of scope, lot of reach. So right now, again, I'm always in a very tight spot to come up with content, where I have only 1 minute and not more than that. So it's pretty hard, but yeah, like you have to cope and like you need to adjust. And I also wanted to add up on the algorithm that you guys are talking about. I have when it comes to my content, like one or two, three reels that I have made, I have always realized if there is a reel which has potential and which is really good and people will like it, it only picks up after the third week. Now I don't know, maybe the algorithms changed. Now nothing seems to be shooting up, but it doesn't happen like in a week's time. Like it just like out of the blue, after like weeks of posting it, it just shoots up. It's like there's a delay of 3 weeks for every reel. So I wait for the actual potential. I mean, I to judge my own content, I wait for 3 weeks. So that's what I wanted to mention.
I kind of feel that there is so much content on Instagram right now. Companies are posting, content creators are posting, content creators for companies are posting. So there's so much there that now I feel it's like random, that one reel, once it's someone has shared it, now everybody will share it. That's what happens, and it's very random because there's so much it's becoming like Facebook again. Facebook has so much content. Now Instagram is becoming exactly like that. So that's why maybe the algorithm is a little messed up.
So we now whenever Instagram and Facebook servers are down, we are more forgiving towards it. कि भाई तू इतना सब कुछ handle कर रहा है, ठीक है.